Don't worry about that for now. Let's just focus on the game here. San Francisco, obviously, I think Johnny put it pretty well, right? They clinched that top spot. So for seeding purposes, this match definitely has value. And Toronto are looking
just better off with team results playing around him now, right? Because you have somebody, you have a strategy that you're going to, like, in terms of pace of play that you're going to utilize, like, game in and game out, and everybody else can kind of fall in line.
What you just saw there is like the reason why teams tend not to push aggressively after winning that first fight, right? You're walking out of a choke, facing a low ground scenario, and you saw Finale reeling, trading a few blows there. On Proper, it's always a scary affair. As soon as he peels off, Proper goes in and strikes for the jugular. Twilight is picked out of the mix now, and Finale just as to eat an orb. This is what this San Francisco team can do to you. You leave them unattended for any stretch of time, and they will cut a bloody swath through your team. The Wrecking Ball is thwarting Hisu's plans to try and strike into the heart of the shock. It's a trade. Violet and Twilight rather go down, but Chorog's missing it again. It's Mikey and Proper mid-fight with 3 players left. This will be enough.
It's so difficult. Like, when we're on with Hisu's POV, even though he has the overclock, like, he's doing like 360s, just trying to figure out where.
Looking to shut the Defiant in, but Hisu might have at least got him out of this situation. It's got to be an unbelievable, unparalleled push from the Defiant to win this map. And they're in overtime now. Finale has a pulse bomb here, sees Mikey harassing his backline, but Muse was able to penetrate himself and get rid of Sam. But Proper, it's a double pulse! A double pulse in overtime! And a huge biotic grenade came in there from Finn as well to set things up. Yes, Toronto.
Support ults, though.
Transcendence get used by Violet, but Sam leaps in Finale's direction. Not much you can do about that. Nano Boost on a Muse, but no good if you cannot touch the card. The Dragon Strike. Force the Defiant away. Well, very little. You harass, you try and move the card through the choke. Toronto now going to nano boost Muse here, who has a date with Violet right now, starting to put that pressure on. Blade, no nano, by the way, for Proper. He's going in without it, and he's able to find Twilight. But it's still an answered pick. It's still a trade at best.
Yeah, I was talking about, like, Toronto needing to weather that storm there, and they had a chance to potentially get this first point hold, and they are putting it together. Yeah, honestly, even better than I expected. I expected maybe you kind of like lose that fight there at the turn, and then you kind of hold here towards the end, but they've done a nice job. Now they're gonna
Proper, again, a tough job trying to play against this Winston. And Kilo gets taken out by Hisu again. Is that Sojourn popping off? That's 2 for Hisu, and the San Francisco Shock have got nothing. I mean, a Primal Rage Winston with 1 other player to accompany and still not nearly enough damage. San Francisco are getting absolutely rolled. Yep, that's that. Very underwhelming performance.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on offense, but that's about as big of a blowout hold we've seen against the Shock.
This though, if they just rush the high ground like they plan to, here we go. Bionic Grenade hit Mikey first. He's got to find 2 kills though. He's just disrupt the shots. They at least able to claim the brig, but that's Kilo with a very nice shot. It's already cool, takes a big hit there. Bubble thrown down by Mikey, but that's Hisu at long range. You saw on top of the archway. Kilo is felled, and now Hisu has a lot of space because, frankly, Proper can't afford to pay him any attention right now. The Defiant just pile in here. They'll just use sheer weight of numbers and bodies, in fact, as Finn is added to the pile. That is stunning work from Hisu, and a convincing victory for Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as big a blowout as we see. Soak up, like, damage from any direction, like a defense matrix, right? The defense matrix is so wide, it eats so much. You're able to just kind of bring everybody in with ease, and that's a nice nano boost as Sam comes over the top.
Oh, man. Sam obviously able to survive the pressure from the Doomfist as a result of that. Chorong finding a kill for the Toronto Defiant here. Normally, he plays quite aggressively, actually, and ends up on the receiving end of some picks here, but that's pretty clean from San Francisco. Sam is the one that everyone's looking at right now. Is Violet Finn on the low ground, trying to pressure Muse down. He's hit with that Discord orb. Throws up a power block. Finn trying to hold his own for the time being, and Kaluja's having to clean up Chorong. He's actually going aggressive now, but the Shock might not really have the numbers to keep this up, especially with the demected Diva. Kaluja would love for his suffering to end, and Finale obliges.
Ooh, Muse gets slapped. I was going to say, is there a way they can knock him off? No, they're going to use a...
Oh, they knocked him off, Matt.
Kaluja, yeah, I mean, they killed him, yeah.
Self-destruct here for Kaluja, but look how deadly Diva is at close quarters. Now pushing into Hisu's face, a self-destruct in tow now. But there are plenty of presents for the Defiant on the card until, well, Bob absconds. Now it's a matter of getting rid of this Ash. And that will also be completed as well here. Cart still hasn't quite got there. Muse is going to come back off Respawn. It's Proper and Kaluja with Finn waiting in the wings. And here comes the pressure from Sam off to the side. Pulse bomb well employed there from Proper, and that will be enough to get the Shock moving.
You also see just how much damage when Kaluj gets the nano.
Okay, no, Nano Blade's going to be for Sam. Here we go. Deflect, Twilight. Not able to do much about that one there. Sam is, well, there's a dearth of targets right now. All of them to Defiant. They've split. Sam only able to find one. Violet's been taken down by Finale, who made his way to the backline with the bomb. Finn another kill. He's been doing a great job, but it's not enough. Chorong slept right now. Fired a grenade though, overshot a little bit. Connect on Hisu, and well, okay, they didn't get to the cart at all. So San Francisco will have to be satisfied with the same end. Finn pressured, Finale knows better than to try and face him down. And look at that peel back from Kalush. It's just sadly not enough.
Yeah, you see the defense matrix used there, right? When the Tracer's coming in, damage down from Muse and Hanzo at range. The defense matrix trying to soak all of that up. It is not enough though. Eventually it's gonna wear out. Now it'll be Toronto steamrolling through, taking first point.
Yeah, that hurts. That really hurts. But had to be done, I guess, if they didn't want to lose the fight straight up, and Finale might have given them an opportunity to make good on that investment. He's sat on the card right now and proper lost that duel. Wasn't really a duel. Bit of a pylon, really. Sam gets rid of Chorong at the very least here, so San Francisco had to rely on Violet here. Good sleep dart. Is there enough to get rid of Twilight here? There is, yeah. Kalush's able to go in there. Violet rather with the dart from that high ground. Proper comes back to the fight after losing out to Finale. And that's enough for the shots he's doing with it. Well, survivability is key here. Pressure on Muse also helps. With Hisu falling to Kalush. Well, Twilight wasn't far behind. Proper gets involved again. Proper and Kalush looking incredible for the San Francisco shot now as they really wake up, Matt. What a recovery as opposed to the previous map. And these guys, unlike our friends from the Lone Star State, can tell when someone's on the cart.
Yep, they move back to the cart. No C9 shenanigans here, as it'll be the Shock who take this map.
I mean, but yeah, Sam finds one as well. Both teams DPS finding those first picks here, and Proper does have a blade. Finn's building another nano awfully quickly here. That's a sound barrier coming out from the Toronto Defiant here. Muse, though, he was in the stratosphere at the time, doesn't get the beat. He's the most important player to have got it, and he gets brought down without it.
Yeah, I think it came down maybe a little bit early, the beat, and it didn't time up with still bias, like, you know, 5 to 8% there for the Shock, which is going to send this right into OT.
Oh, that's a big one. Chorong falling at the start of the fight, and Proper found purchase on Twilight. Kalush back to the point, and the Defiant couldn't buy a team right now. Finale long gone, and Defiant, yep, they lost their chance here to take it away from the Shock on this map. Good start, but oh man, Shock had them on the fundamentals. Oh, Kalush chilling in the middle of the map there. I mean, you're very scared of Bionic Grenade, but the Toronto Defiant are running that, so Kalush is very pleased to see it. Finale's brought down by Finn of all people, and there's that nasty little hook that'll claim the Wrecking Ball. That's gross. I need a shower. Yeah,
it makes it difficult to go in onto the backline as well, because you're so worried about these Roadhogs. I mean, he's got the immortality field to work with as well. I mean, it's crazy.
Decay rubbing his hands together, by the way, watching this game like it's time. Let's do the run back again, ladies and gentlemen. Shock still in control, and that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. Even with the Defiant getting a decent account of themselves with these picks, Violent with a moment on the Baptiste keeps them in charge.
He is so healthy all the time. Oh, that is dirty there. Look at this. Kalush is on the point alone.
Yep, and he hasn't left that part of the map for the entire round. It is so wrong. And I don't want to be right. Okay, so minefield here. Kalush says, okay, cool. How about that one, Chief? Seen that one before? See you later.
Lines that hook up perfectly as Muse lands, and that'll be the Shock taking this series 3-1. Pretty close affair, though, back and forth between these two teams, I would say.
What do you call the sensation when you're excited and nauseous at the same time?